set up a cell for Sokolov in the old kennel. Shackles and everything. It'll be a shock, him waking up in the straw and old dog poop. But from what I hear, he's woken up worse places. Guess we all have at that.
Well done, Corvo. Well done. I doubt a dozen soldiers could have done it better. Sokolov's knowledge will enable us to strike at the Lord Regent directly, and ultimately help you get your life back. Soon, we won't have to hide in the shadows. The royal physician is brilliant, but he was a fool to protect the Lord Regent. Sokolov gave us the elixir, the war machines. He could have made us a great nation. Now he pays the price for siding with a tyrant. You have my thanks, sir. If you wish to get some sleep, now is a good time.
I hope they don't have to hurt him. He's done some good in his time. Made that elixir against the plague, he did.
Кстати, приветствуем всех.
Anton Sokolov. He knew me once, and did much to set me on my path.
Кстати, сделал для себя неожиданное открытие. Так пришлось перепроходить. Оказывается, костяные амулеты выдаются нам случайным образом. То есть, если до этого у меня был амулет, восстанавливающий ману быстрее, то сейчас, как можно увидеть по шкале, у меня амулет, который увеличивает это количество маны.
All holdings and parliamentary votes now fall to Lord Trevor Pendleton, who asks for respect during this time of mourning. Attention Dunwall citizens. Be aware that looting of evacuated areas is a serious offense and will be summarily punished by officers of the Watch. Display your pride in Dunwall by respecting the property and rights of others in these trying times and preserving the timeless beauty of our fair city.
Интересно, может, у кого-то из наших? Стоп, у нас же есть волшебное зрение.
I'm working on a new arc pylon. It will perform absolutely stunning acts of destruction, I expect.
Замечательно. Надо будет мне закупиться.
Corvo, can I tell you something? I have a secret retreat nearby that may come in handy if the city watch ever kicks in the doors. It's an abandoned apartment across the street from the bar. I don't think anyone else here knows about it, but I'm guessing I can trust you. The key is stashed under my bunk upstairs. If there's ever trouble, you can go there for safety. I know I will.
А, то есть это ее убежище. Хорошо.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. You are required to boil any water from public fountains or the river. Anyone who has consumed untreated water must be reported to the Watch.
А сразу узнать? Где именно ее комната? А, хотя нет.
Lord Pendleton has departed for the evening to attend to matters at the manor. It concerns the departure of his brothers. I'm sure you understand.
Да.
Lord Pendleton Memoirs, Chapter 41, in which I bed 2 of the Boyle women and only missed the 3rd by virtue of some inclement weather. It was the month of rain, and to counter the gloom, the Boyle ladies hosted 3 nights of merriment by invitation only. Lydia was most fetching in lavender pants and a tunic of yellow silk. She was pleased with me from the moment I walked in the door, with my manservant bringing not 1 but 2 cases of effervescent wine from the south. In fact, I had come laden with gifts, such that all 3 Boyle women soon took notice, and they set out to make me more than welcome. We uncorked the wine right away, and as night fell, we... Wallace! Confound these interruptions.
Додумался же рассказать о таком в этом месте. Адмирал, вы не возражаете, мы почитаем ваши заметки? Голоса Пендлтонов. Хевлок, примите мои поздравления. Лорд Регент вне себя от ярости. Его не поддержали в парламенте. Он надеялся на поддержку семейства Пендлтон и не ждал сопротивления. Но, как вы предполагали, без поддержки Пендлтонов его положение резко осложнилось. Его бюджет на оборону также не был утвержден, и посему он испытывает недостаток средств. Полагаю, деньги на содержание городской стражи он получает от какого-то близкого друга. Мы подозреваем, что этот неведомый благодетель влиятельная дама, возможно, его любовница. Я постараюсь выяснить это. Ясно одно, если стража не получит плату деньгами и эликсиром, она не станет хранить верность присяге. Ваш друг в стане врага. Кажется, это запоздалая информация. Они же нас как раз таки за Соколовым послали, потому что хотели уточнить этот момент. Дневник Хевлока. Запись 4. Он возвращается с Антоном Соколом на плече. В это трудно поверить, но Корву умеет не только убивать, но и похищать людей. Даже когда это кажется невозможным. Еще немного, и 2 лучших ума Империи окажутся здесь, вместе. Если заставить давних соперников работать сообща, они создадут совершенное оружие и инструменты. Оба они под моим началом. Впрочем, надо узнать, как они сработаются, прежде чем тешить себя радужными мечтами. Ну-ну. Кое-что забыли.
We're getting closer to reaching our goals, but our position is becoming more dangerous. You don't house and feed a half-dozen people without leaving telltale traces. Riverboats pass day and night, and the looters are going to start gathering once they're sure the plague has burned the place out. I conclude, if our enemies are not dead by the month of wind, we will be. There's a sadness in Emily, but she's strong. Weathering the death of her mother just a half a year ago better than most grown men I've known.
Due to the rise.
Once we take Dunwall Tower, I'll see that her life is better. I've always thought that I'd command the Navy in her name, but Sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't just take the title Lord Regent and do it properly.
La di da di da di da la di da la.
О, они, оказывается, на месте. Курва, мои братья доставили мне множество бед. Я не хотел бы более вспоминать об этих людях, но должен вас уверить, я искренне вам признателен. Мне стало известно, что вы обезвредили их, не прибегая к кровопролитию. Блестяще. Где бы они ни находились, сколь жалкое существование не ждало бы их, они живы. Кто знает, возможно, я их еще увижу. Лорд Тревор Пендлтон.
Be aware that looting of evacuated areas is a serious offense and will be summarily punished by officers of the Watch. Display your pride in Dunwall by respecting the property and rights of others in these trying times and preserving the timeless beauty of our fair city.
Ну, за пару монеток, наверное, нырять не будем. Кое-что прихватить можно было. Кстати, Хиро ничего нового не рассказал.
Logic is flawed, anyone can see that. And not an original idea to be heard. His notes are a mess if he even keeps them. How he got this far is anyone's guess. He says what they want to hear. Friend of the rich. That's his method. Sokolov's true genius is pampering the aristocracy. Fools. Normally, I'm a natural philosopher, but today, consider me a humble craftsman here to serve.
Бесшумные ботинки. Мина? А, ну да, мы же потратили одну на крысу. Ну, как бы сказать. Пистолеты, клинки. О, ботинки. О, второй... Замечательно. Скрещенные клинки. Просто средства есть, может, все-таки немножко обезопасить себя в этом плане. Хоть мы и стараемся не провоцировать и не попадаться на глаза. Ладно, вроде бы все осмотрели. Теперь навестим Эмили. Если я, конечно, вспомню, где у нас тут лестница.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. You are required to boil any water from public fountains or the river. Anyone who has consumed untreated water must be reported to the Watch.
There are few brave enough to laugh in the outsider's face, but T. Martin is one.
А, ё-моё. Я за всеми этими исследованиями совсем забыл то, что мы не забрали то, что видели в самом начале. Костяной амулет. Что? Оружие в руке может нас замедлять? А как его прятать тогда? Ладно, пусть пока так.
They top off the wine with river water, but eventually someone swoons. Then fresh bottles are fetched from the cellars.
Lady Emily Calder was abducted some 6 months past. At the moment of her
Ладно, трогать не будем, возможно, это ее запасы.
anyone with information leading to the location or return of the daughter of our beloved late
Но,
Emily
надеюсь, за
is required to speak to the city watch at once.
амулет она нас простит. В крайнем случае мы его вернем. Мы же всегда где-то неподалеку. Я опять перепутал пролеты.
Please be as quiet as you can. It took forever for Emily to fall asleep. Poor dear. It's okay, Emily, I'm here. She seems happier when you're here. Though I know you have important things to do. Out there, in the city.
She and her uncle, the last of the Colonel family. She was bribed with sweet biscuits and ox milk, armed with stories of magic and seafaring, all to keep her sane in a time of turmoil.
There's hardly a need to work on table etiquette. She knows it all, even if she chooses not to employ it. She'd rather hold her spoon by the wrong end and pretend it's a sword. Then suddenly she changes and she's all manners, asking for a tea party. I tried to oblige her, but I have little to work with. No proper plates. Instead of a cloth napkin, I've only the bar rack. Ale mugs instead of teacups. I've asked for things befitting her, but they haven't. Their minds on other things. For now, Emily and I decided to make a pretend dinner using paper and little things she's found here and there. On the floor, I suppose. Not right for a princess, but it'll have to do.
Ну что ж. Теперь можно и самим отдохнуть.
Corvo, wake up! You were making funny faces while you were sleeping. I decided to nap here in your room while Callista was taking her bath. She told me if there's ever trouble, I should always run here. Callista will come get me when she's done with her bath. Thanks, Corvo. It makes me feel better.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The
I know it looks... I was inventing a new kind of lock. The tumblers, shaped like snowflakes. The truth is, there is no snowflake lock. I was just, looking through the lock. I couldn't bear it if she knew. I know you're a man of honor, and I also know that you can kill me at any time. And for both of these reasons, I apologize and beg for your discretion.
Good morning, Corvo. I believe Sokolov is awake now. The Admiral is with him now. I'm sure they are ready to start on your arrival.
Лорд Пендлтон вернулся.
I hope Sokolov will cooperate. I'd hope to have him paint my portrait again one day. Just me this time. It's not that I object to holding him hostage for a while, since he's been aiding the Lord Regent, but it's a shame. I always found him rather charming.
Royal Physician, I believe you and Corvo knew each other in former days. Unlike you, our friend Corvo knows what loyalty means.
Bah! I am loyal to my inner spirit. You are the one consorting with the most wanted man in the Empire.
It's my belief that Corvo was innocent in the death of the Empress, and the former spy master, or the Lord Regent, as he calls himself, is a ruthless tyrant bent on destroying us, the heart of the Empire.
You are mistaken if you think there's love between me and our Lord Regent. Whatever you intend to do here, I assure you, I am beyond any scared.
Try don't scare yourself. Perhaps these rats will. Even if they don't carry you. I've heard of a swarm of rats stripping a child's body to the bone in half a minute. I've heard worse. How long do you think it'll be before you talk? Before you beg to talk?
Rats? Is that the company you keep now, Admiral?
It's the company you keep. We know you painted a portrait of the Lord Regent's mistress, the very aristocrat who is funding the military with her fortune. She is the key to the Lord Regent's control over the city, and we must have her name.
Sorry, Admiral. I cannot help you.
It's time to put him to the question.
You're part of this rabble, but I know you have your reasons.
Yes, he does. All we need is the name of the Lord Regent's mistress. It's very simple.
I elect not to tell you. You will have to force the words from me, and I warn you, my willpower is quite legendary.
Curious strategy.
Of which I approve.
Неожиданное решение. Но пусть так.
I could use a drink.
Ну, сейчас спросим Бюро, можно в курсе.
Not the swill to be found here, but the fine.
Пьеро.
It's well known that Sokolov is virtually addicted to a rare liquor called King Street Brandy. The taste is revolting, but I happen to have a bottle. However, I am reluctant to give it to you for Sokolov. It cost me quite a lot. It is very expensive stuff, a blend of rare Pendician spices and a drop of whale oil. Would you care to purchase it?
А, я думал, он дороже будет.
I'll leave it to you. But if you get
I had a
tired of
flask
questioning
in my
Sokolov,
studio.
I'll let you
Had
know
I
if
known
this
I'd be
tastes like
leaving,
Street
I would have
Brandy
grabbed
legend.
it. King Street Brandy? I didn't know any more existed. It is an extraordinary gift. I see I'm dealing with men of taste. I can tell you this much. She was always referred to as Lady Boyle. I painted her to be sure, but I never saw her face or learned her first name. You see, I painted her from behind. I assure you, she still makes a striking portrait. But I do not know which Boyle she is. I was to be introduced to her at a masked ball in her honor this very night. But I will miss that party, it seems.
A masked ball at the Boyle estate. Tonight? The timing is perfect, Corvo. But the Boyles are wealthy and ruthless, so security will be very tight.
Of course, you already have a mask, don't you, Corvo?
He's right. You will be able to mingle with them once you're on the grounds. You'll have to find out which of the Boyle women is connected to the Lord Regent and take her out in whatever way you can devise. We're very close now. If you do this tonight, we'll be able to strike at the Lord Regent himself and put Emily on the throne. May the wind favor you.
Так, что он там за книжку читает? А, плюс к сферам. Я понял, вентиль выпустит крыс? Ибо на этой коробочке я не вижу никаких механизмов, отпирающих.
I hear you're off to the Boyles' little bash tonight. I have just a tiny favor I'd like to ask you. Could you give this note to Lord Shaw? You'll know him. A rather brusque man wearing a wolf's mask. In fact, he may be looking for me.
Ясно.
Have you ever been in a sea battle?
Of course.
Did you ever see pirates? And did you sink any?
Of course. Dozens. Oh, yes. But that's not for young girls to hear about.
But I will be Empress, won't I? And then I'll have to sink lots of enemy ships myself. And that's what Empresses do mostly, isn't it?
Of course.
I knew it! I read that some pirate ships have witches aboard that can cause storms and make whales do what they want. Is that true?
Yes. Mostly. Maybe we should be quiet now.
Very well. Everything was so fancy at the Golden Cat, but in a different way than the palace was fancy. The old Madame Prudence said that all the ladies are princesses and the men come to admire them.
Как хитрый мадам. Но в любом случае, я так понял, на прием мы отправимся в следующий раз. Но на этом пока что все.